Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to add in a map to our application that we're creating. So we've started off, we've created an app, and I've just called it My Project. If you're not sure how to do that, watch the video on creating a project. But we've got our view controller. We're going to have coming off that view controller a Google map. To cut that in without doing any coding, you need to open up the map folder, and in there you'll see the map Xcode project. Double click on that, and that will open up this particular view, and you'll see there's the home view controller, and then there's 3 other view controllers that you can choose from, each of them doing different features. The first one is just the basic Google Maps. So that's the one we're going to add into our project. So we now have 2 windows open. The one you're doing and the map one that we're copying from. And to do that, we just simply copy into, so drag and click over our map view controller, and we want to copy that. So we click it so it's highlighted blue, Control C, and then Control V, and that will drop in our view controller, which we've just dragged across. Now none of the buttons will be initialized, so we'll need to add in buttons to link between them. So we're going to add in a button to our home screen, and let's say we want our home screen to link to Google Maps. And as we usually do with a button, we want to segue it to our new view controller. So we control click the button, drag it to our view controller. Oops, let's try again. Control click, drag, and then hit show. And you'll also see there's a back button that we need to control click, drag back, and show, and that just links those 2 buttons up. We also need to copy the code across. So if we go back to our map project, we want to select the correct one. That's a map view, so we want to find in here our map view controller Swift file, and that's there. We then need to just click on that and drag it into, click and drag into our project. We need to make sure copy items if needed is ticked, and then we click finish, and then we go back to our added view controller, click on that, make sure that it's linked to my map, and when we double click on my map, we should see that that our outlet my map has a black dot in it. That means it is recognizing it's linked. So when we run it, hopefully what we'll find is that it does actually show us Google Maps at a certain zoom feature. Okay, so this is an iPhone 6, so we probably need to scroll down. There's our button. If you can't see the button, sometimes it's worth going to Windows, Scale, just drop the scale down so you can actually see it all. There's our button, click on that, and we should get Google Maps loading. And we can move it around like any other Google Maps. If you want to practice the pinch function, click Option on the keyboard, and that allows you to zoom in on any particular function. Now this is zoomed in on Hobart in Australia, which probably isn't where you want your Google Maps to be. So quit the simulator, go back to the My Map view controller, and look down where you see all of these stars. That means there's something that you need to edit. And you can see the latitude and longitude. This is set for Hobart. You need to enter in your own latitude and longitude. How you do that is you get that from Google Maps. So if we open up Google Maps, And let's say you want it to be somewhere in San Francisco. So we'll just zoom in somewhere around here. Sacramento. We want it to be here. What you do is you right click the location and you go, what's here? And what you'll see is the longitude and latitude typed out down below. You need to copy those in and put them in the appropriate longitude and latitudes here, and you can get quite detailed. The other thing you might want to change is how zoomed in it is, whether you want to look at a whole country or a couple of blocks. The thing you change there is your scale. So you change your X scale and your Y scale. So try editing these numbers and seeing what that does to your Google Maps. But that's how you simply just add in Google Maps.